levels of income that every human being must be able to have. Listen, the last one is very important. A lot of persons do number 1, number 2, but they cannot transition to number 3. That is where poverty begins. The first one is active income. The active income has to do with something that you personally do with your time, your skill, and your energy to make money. So you go to work every day and you come back and you have paid a salary for that. They pay you money for working. That is active income. That's number 1, active income. A lot of persons have the energy to work. They have the time to work. They have the skills to put to use. And they end just at that. If you look at most of your parents, you realize that most of them made these mistakes during their youthful age. They had energy, time, and skill. They were using it to work. They were answering the names. He's the best in the company. He's this and that. He's doing really, really great and all of it. But they have not been able to look beyond active income. That is why as an active income earner rather, if something happens to you, your source of income has stopped. It will shut down. Let's imagine you are a welder and you weld every single day to make money. And now all of a sudden you fall sick. You cannot weld again. Nobody pays you anything. So that is the disadvantage of staying within just your active income. The second one is the passive income. Passive income is a kind of business or asset that you put down that you do not have to be necessarily involved in the day-to-day running of that business. Let's imagine that you work as a banker and then you have some small POS joint because you deal with money. So you look for something around your value chain. Some people don't understand what value chain is. Value chain is, this is my line of business. And in this line of business, with that line, it can assist this other business, and this other business. So let's imagine someone is a banker and he has access to raw cash, to liquid cash, hard notes every now and then. Then he goes to the club to give people cash. You know, people spray money and they buy those money. And you have someone who does this for you in the clubs every weekend. So let's imagine that you have 1 million at your disposal. And after selling 1 million, you make 300,000 naira. For every sales you make 300,000. That is your passive income. So all you have to do is to make sure that this cash is available to these people. Now let's imagine that you work in a factory, that they make clothes or they sell clothes. And then you begin to, since that is your line of business, you now open a fabric shop or something. Then you can move things to these places. Anything that you can do that you do not have to necessarily be involved in the day-to-day running of that activity. You just play key roles in helping systems stay in place and structures grow. That is passive income. Now, this last one, like I told you, is very, very important. Some persons do active income. They do passive income, but they cannot grow to residual income. Residual income is like the ultimate of all of them. At residual income, you do something once that keeps generating money for you for a long period of time, and you don't have to do anything about it again. Let's imagine you build a warehouse and you keep it somewhere, and anybody that wants to put his product and he can rent the warehouse, can lease it for 5 years, for 10 years, and you can run it like that for say 10 years. You build an event center and people can take it. You build a residential apartment, you build a hotel, something. So anytime you get some cash flow coming in, you must think of a way to transition and develop another source of income. If you stay within your active income all your life, it happens with pastors, with teachers, with lecturers, with a whole lot of, with politicians. The politician is in the game and everybody is hearing his voice, everybody is shouting his name, and he does not think of a way to diversify his income into passive and residual. The day he loses that position, the poverty reveals. Everybody will just see that this man is poor. So if you are listening to me, make sure you can transcend beyond just active income, from active to passive to residual.